In previous podcasts, we've described the social justice movement as both a Trojan horse and like an ogre, having many layers. Now, we continue with social justice as we take this time to stop and think about it.
And I love what you're saying, and I agree 100%. But I'm hearing these arguments. But what about the society, the people who are suffering, the people who are oppressed? The church shouldn't get involved? We're not supposed to do anything? Well, how is biblical justice the answer over social justice in these kind of situations?
Yeah, I think the first thing we need to realize is that the acts of charity, of reaching out to the poor, of feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, and so forth, all of these things were historically done by the church. It's the churches that created the leper colonies and the blind guide missions and charities like the Salvation Army, even World Vision. I have a lot to say about that, but there's a lot of Christian organizations out there. Yes, indeed. There's a lot of Christian organizations out there that are working in charity. But here's the thing. The gospel is first and foremost the primary calling of the church. You can feed someone, you can clothe them, you can put them back on their feet, but if they don't have the gospel, they're lost, and they are impoverished spiritually. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't care for the poor. Of course we do. But Paul says that we ought to do good to all men, but especially to those of the household of faith. If you can't take care of your own family, Paul says, how can you run the church of God? And so the point here is this. We do provide for our own, and I think where the church can, she should help. I know there are food banks here in Toronto where a lot of Christians take part in. They help out with food banks. They provide meals for the disenfranchised during Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter, and so forth.
If you would like to contact us, please email us at stopandthinkcrew@gmail.com. You could also visit our website at www.stopandthinkpodcast.com. This podcast is listener supported by generous people like you. You can give a tax-deductible donation at our affiliate ministry at www.soulfishingministries.org and click on our donate link to give securely through PayPal. Thank you for listening to Stop and Think About It.